Bygone Dreams is a high fantasy action RPG. It's a well-made example of the subgenre, though without anything too groundbreaking. A young warrior named Va awakens to the sight of Ilona, the prime deity of his realm. In the last moments before she fades from view, she tells him that their world, the dream realm of Lune, is being threatened by a new nightmare, and Va is their last chance to stop it. His task is to track down the Guardians of Lune, but the world is already fracturing and none of the Guardians are quite themselves. One way or another, Va will have to rally their support before Lune is swallowed by the darkness. The core mechanics of Bygone Dreams should be familiar to fans of the subgenre. Combat built around combinations of light and heavy attacks, with defense tied to either parries or dodges depending on player preference. Va quickly finds a bow for ranged combat, and he also acquires one-shot items and magic for additional effects, but most combat is still hand-to-hand. Melee combat is less forgiving here than in some comparable games. Va has access to a range of weapons that feel very different to use, but all of them have a lot of momentum, so combat will feel a little slower than you might be used to. Va is also limited by a stamina meter that drains quickly when using melee combos and dodges. This means that some cheaper tactics aren't so viable, and combined with the slower pace of attacks, requires every blow to count. Add in the hard-hitting enemies and you have a game that's highly challenging, though veterans of the Souls games will be able to adapt without too much of a problem. The aesthetic design of Bygone Dreams is particularly noteworthy. Each area has a distinctive feel to it, with some highly original theming and a lot of detail. The music fits nicely with the visuals, and the game just punches well above its weight in terms of its presentation. Overall, Bygone Dreams is an attractive, if somewhat standard, addition to the crowded action RPG market. It's a solid choice for anyone looking for something a little different than what you usually get from AAA companies.